Hi everyone, it's
Hi.
it's Rachel, and
Lori.
all right.
And before we start our video today, I want to, non-sponsored, give a shout out to Free Mom Hugs. Later tonight, we get to go to the fourth annual Valentine's Day banquet that they put on for the transgender community,
Yeah.
which is a huge deal because last year we went for the first time, and that was the first event, the first trans event that we ever went to.
It was where honestly we met a bunch of really great people, and it was exactly a year ago today.
Yes.
It was on a Friday. Now it's on a Saturday.
So it's
Imagine
awesome.
That. It's amazing. Okay,
So we'll let you know next week how it went. And
they will be pictures posted on Instagram, which you should really
Facebook.
find us. Yeah, and if you're friends with us on Facebook, you'll see those.
You'll see those. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. And Free Mom Hugs. Awesome,
Yes.
awesome group.
Yes, thank you so much, guys and girls. Okay, so we have questions. People ask questions. It's awesome. We love questions. We will have a new way that if you want to be a little bit more anonymous, you can ask questions without being in a public forum. Coming up at the end of the show. It's called a teaser.
All right.
Okay.
The first question was from one of my childhood friends, known since I was in kindergarten. I'm not going to reveal how long ago that was. This is just wondering if you guys are accepted in your church.
Well, we don't have a church.
No.
We haven't been to church since before I came out. There was some stuff going on that we were having some problems with, I guess is a good way to say it, even before we came out. And so we kind of pulled back for a minute, and then I came out, and the church we're going to do a Southern Baptist, and the Southern Baptist made some statements about trans individuals, and we were done. That was kind of how that ended, in a big ball of flames.
Yes. And for anyone that may be watching this that still attends where we went to church, we're not judging you.
Right.
I think there's a lot of really great people in the church, a lot of really great people who are very genuine in loving people, and I'm not judging you. It's just the higher ups, the people who set
The Baptist General Convention
Yes.
is, the Southern Baptist General Convention are the ones who make kind of the rules and ordinances of the church, and they're the ones who made this. We know lots of great people who are extremely supportive of us as a couple,
Yes.
and they're good friends, and we love them to death.
So there are at least two affirming churches that we know of in the city that at some point we are going to go try.
2, 3, maybe 4. Yeah.
But we just have not worked up the courage at this time to do that. It's kind of scary.
There's some stuff we have to work through that we've been working through for a while, trying to get back into that mode of wanting to walk into a church building, which doesn't sound that should be that scary, but it can be.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, moving on.
Okay. All right. Our next two questions are from a friend from college.
My former roommate.
And his first question is, have you lost friends or family because of coming out?
And the short answer is yes, absolutely. We have, I have family that I haven't talked to. And
Since we sent letters.
I've talked to them when there was a family reunion, and there was some conversation, but it was very short and brief. Other family have just kind of distanced themselves. That's fine. Everyone has to handle things differently. Friends, oh goodness. Actually thinking about it, there's been quite a few that we've just like, okay, and just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth around us. The biggest, I will say the biggest, was a really good friend of ours who was our daughter's godmother. And she decided that she couldn't do it, and she kind of left the picture. which was very hard to explain to our daughter. And it made me feel absolutely horrible because it was the one thing I said I didn't want to happen. And it did happen.
But you can't control how people are going to react to stuff.
Right.
And it's, in our community, in the LGBTQ plus community, it's kind of becomes one of those things where you choose your family.
Mm-hmm.
And we have lost people that we love very much. We've gained a lot of people that we wouldn't have if we hadn't started this journey.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a trade-off. We have remained friends with some people from
Right.
before.
Excuse me.
But yeah, the loss of our daughter's godmother was probably the hardest of all of our friends, and then family was pretty much what we expected.
Mm-hmm.
I have to give a shout out to all of our family that did stay around. We love you. We appreciate
Yes.
it.
And all the family that didn't stick around, if you're watching this, we love you too.
We love you.
Yeah.
Call us. You have our numbers.
Yeah, they do.
Um,
So that was a weird face I just made in the camera. How do you feel about that? Yeah. So third, I guess we're on the
The
third
last question.
Last question.
Okay. Our same friend wanted to know, it says, we know you are Rachel now, but do you ever have days where you become or present yourself as, and then he uses there's lots of different terms for it. I use the term dead name, birth name, name you had before.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise known as. No. Honestly, I couldn't if I tried, because when I've gone out like this, no makeup, hair not done, wearing blue jeans and a t-shirt, 9 times out of 10 I still get called ma'am or miss. I prefer miss. Makes me feel young. But no, I'm Rachel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365.25 days a year. It's the name on my driver's license. Ow. I just hurt myself. It's also the name on, all my documentation that I have. So yeah, I'm Rachel. That's.
And just to clear up, because he goes on to say that some people go back and forth. There's a difference between transgender and non-binary
Or gender fluid.
Gender fluid.
Yeah, gender fluid are kind of, by my understanding, and I am by no means an expert. Gender fluid are more likely to kind of flow back and forth between the two, appear more androgynous and stuff like that. If I am wrong, I am not trying to put anyone down. I'm just.
Please correct us if someone's
Nicely.
watching and we're wrong.
Please correct us nicely. Keyword nicely. Okay, that's the 3 questions.
And he also says if he uses any words or terms that are offensive, they're not intended. Dude, we've been doing this for 3 years, and I don't know all the terms. I don't know all the terminology. I don't know all the right things, so we're not going to be offended by that.
Right. If you're trying to actually learn, I'm never offended by a use of a word. If they use a word that's old or a word that's not used anymore, I'm like, hey, okay, well, the word now we use is this, and I never get mad if someone's trying to learn something.
And you don't even know how many times I've messed up at a meeting or around people and used the wrong term, thinking I was using the correct term. So,
right. As everyone knows, terms change everywhere in every group. So yeah. And then I think we need to talk about something about us. I mean, we've answered some questions.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about with us? So we talked about the coming out in the couple of months leading up to that in the first year. I'm going to bring up something a little bit more out there. Not out there, but a little bit more personal.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring up intimacy, and we're going to use the word intimacy.
Okay.
Watch right here. Watch right here. Cheeks getting red. Cheeks are getting very, very red. Okay. When we got married, and I was not out, I think I said last week that it was my idea that being married would just switch it all, and I'd just be,
Would fix.
would fix. And one of the things that I thought would fix me would be intimacy, to be intimate with my wife. Yeah, no. I'll be honest. I was led to believe, and I allowed myself to believe, that I would just, it would be, we would be intimate one time. My daughter's getting attacked, getting something. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Okay, so and we went on our honeymoon, and we were intimate. I'm using the word intimate because I'm trying to be nice, I guess. And it wasn't like a light switch. It wasn't, oh well, this is all fixed now. It made everything for me more complicated.
And just to clarify, we were both very involved in the church, so we both participated in True Love Waits. For those of you who don't know what that is the program that is, abstinence. So neither one of us had ever done anything. Completely clueless as to how all that worked.
Yeah.
So
I want to say something, but I'm not going to.
Which there's nothing wrong with True Love Waits or abstinence programs. But it does kind of leave you going in blind sometimes with stuff. So,
Yeah.
that was...
Okay, I have to say it.
Okay.
Okay, so that means that at this point we give a big shout out to Google. You were awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, but I went out and I did this, and then we came home and I was like, okay, well, I've done that. And I was really, really conflicted about it. There were a lot of things I thought I was supposed to do during intimacy that I was very uncomfortable doing. And we've talked about this since then.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Lots of discussions.
Lots of discussions. And, oh, goodness. Because with me and with her, we'd always been taught that, the male sex drive is, 47 feet, higher than the women's sex drive. And I would, be, wanting it all the time. And in our relationship, which is ours and no one else's, I was the one going, I'm good. I don't. And then Lori was the one going, hey, I want to be intimate. And you, being from your standpoint of stuff, you were thinking, well, you were doing something wrong.
Exactly. It's not a put down on any particular group. It's just what I was taught. And so I had to assume that I was doing something wrong if she wasn't interested. So I tried all the stuff that was recommended to me, and none of it worked. So it was definitely a conflict for us because we can only go by what we're taught. And we were both taught that this is how it's supposed to work. And that's not how it worked for us.
No. And from my standpoint, I couldn't put my finger right down on the problem. It wasn't like, oh, this is the problem. I'm trans, and there's issues here. It was, and I think I said at one point, I said, it's just I didn't want to. It didn't interest me. It wasn't, and it was bigger than that, of course. It always is. And since coming out and stuff, I've had to deal with some things. Intimacy for us still isn't a just simple, do it thing.
It's something we have to work on. very open communication, trust. Sometimes talking about those really awkward things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have questions about that? We're very open to talk about that.
Yes, questions. This is a great segue. Good job.
Okay.
Okay, so questions. We love questions. Oh, okay. Intimacy Now is good. I love Intimacy Now. It's great. Now that we have a child, and yeah,
Any of you with kids know how hard sometimes it is to find time
Yes.
for intimacy.
Yeah.
So you understand our struggle.
right. So questions. If you want to ask questions, and you do not want to be public about your questions, then you can email us. We have an email for the show. It is LoriandRachelShow@gmail.com. We'll put that down in the description so you can hit that up. Drop us an email saying, hey, this is my question. We would love to hear your questions.
Comments.
Again, you can always leave comments down below. We'll pick those up too.
Anything to drive what we're doing, because,
Yeah, otherwise you're going to hear more intimacy stories. So, I mean, that's...
Also, we have a giveaway for you guys.
We do have a giveaway. You were right. I forgot. And it was my idea. Okay, so...
Again, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but they were really nice, and they sent... I recently ordered some... they're called the original makeup erasers. Erasers?
I'm going to leave the camera and go get.
Okay, yeah. You can go get one?
Yes.
Okay, so she... Gone. But I ordered some, and they were nice enough to send us some samples. I have a sample. It is the one thing I'm like, oh my goodness, this thing's amazing. I have to have a big one. So, oh, you're bringing that one too. That's so cute. Okay, so this
Here's
is
what a full size one looks like.
this is a full size one. This is the unicorn one. There it is. It is so cute, and it is insanely soft. And I will tell you, it takes makeup off like nothing. She saw it.
I've seen it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool, and they're so soft. Did I mention they're soft?
And we have 4 samples.
Just like
The
that.
Little packages
Little
here.
sample. And these only take water.
Yes.
That's it, just water.
Just water. No chemicals. No anything to
Mm-hmm.
do it. Just water. Even eye makeup comes off with them.
I make a waterproof mascara right off with it. It's awesome.
So the first 4 people to comment, hey, I want one, we'll get information
The first
from
4,
you.
we're not going to draw. Okay.
The first 4, or if there's more, we'll draw.
Right.
But
If 4 people comment and you
You
want
each get one.
you get one. If more than 4 comment,
we'll draw.
we're going to draw a name. We'll draw 4 names, and those 4 will get contacted by us.
We don't know what these look like inside, what designs they are. They're still sealed, but
Right. The one I got earlier was pink. That's their standard color is pink. But I highly recommend these. I'm a huge fan of them. So yeah, comment down below for a chance. You could pick up a Magic Key. What are these called? The original makeup eraser. Yeah, just water. Again, just water.
And hit us up with questions, comments.
Thumbs up.
And we'll let you know that next week how our banquet went. So
Yep.
give us.
Or watch Instagram. Photos will pop up there too. So
We love you. Thank you.
love ya. Be you.
Huh.